What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the big Liverpool-Manchester United preview and prediction video. So my prediction is a 2-0 Liverpool win, but what is your prediction? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you think that Liverpool will win the title, how many points will Liverpool win the title by? Let me know in the comments below. And this is actually the least nervous I have ever been before a Liverpool-Manchester United or a Man United-Liverpool game. And it's a weird feeling because previously, before 2 years ago, every single time we played Man United, we knew that they had a much better team than Liverpool's, or at least a better team than Liverpool's. For the first time in maybe 20-25 years, Liverpool have a much better team than Manchester United. The gap is absolutely huge. 27 points separate Liverpool and Manchester United in the Premier League table. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Daniel James are saying that Man United are not gonna lose this. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is strangely confident. And, he has some reasons to be, because Man United are the only team to get anything from a Liverpool game in the Premier League this season. But I heard that Marcus Rashford is not traveling with the Man United squad. He is out injured. That makes the Man United getting a result even harder for them. But I think for Liverpool, the key will be to take our chances, because Man United will obviously sit back, park the bus or two buses in front of goal and hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. And of course they have fast players like Martial, like Daniel James, like Jesse Lingard, who can open up the defenses when on the counter-attack. But I think Liverpool will dominate the ball. We will have a lot of possession, maybe even like 70-75%. The key for Liverpool is to take our chances, because I think we will get chances, even though Man United have a pretty good defense. The way that they have been conceding goals sometimes in the Premier League, I still think that even with the signing Harry Maguire, the most expensive defender in the world, for £80 million, their defense is nowhere near good enough to get anywhere near a title race. And Liverpool are 38 games unbeaten, a whole Premier League season's worth of games unbeaten for Liverpool. So I think Man United would love nothing more than to break this unbeaten streak of Liverpool. And also Man United would love nothing more than to put a little bit of dirt into Liverpool's title challenge, into Liverpool's season. And yeah, Man United have been so inconsistent, but they have been good against the bigger teams. But against the smaller teams, I mean, they have lost to Crystal Palace, to West Ham, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Watford, and also to Arsenal. But Man United in the mini top 6 league are actually second, having 11 points from 6 games. Of course, Liverpool are first with 5 wins and 1 draw, but Man United are actually second in the top 6 mini league, having won 3 games, drawn 2 and only lost 1. I mean, Man City already lost 2 games in the top 6 mini league. Of course, the bottom team is Tottenham with just 2 draws and 4 defeats in this top 6 mini league. So it's going to be a very, very interesting tactical battle. I think it will be huge how Liverpool can push Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson forward and hopefully pack back the Man United fullback, Wan-Bissaka will have his work cut out against Sadio Mane and Andy Robertson. I'm not even sure who will play left back for Man United. Probably Luke Shaw, who is not the fastest player anymore. So I think that Salah should be winning that battle against Luke Shaw, and it will be very interesting how Luke Shaw will cope with Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold bombing down that right wing. So I think those will be the key tactical battles. And of course, in midfield, I think Liverpool have a stronger midfield than Manchester United, and hopefully Fabinho will be fit to start the game, because I think he will be key to stopping Manchester United's counter-attacks. And yeah, Ashley Young just went to Inter Milan, so he signed for Inter Milan. So Man United have one less left back to choose from. And the good news for Liverpool is that both Fabinho and Matip are fit to face Man United, and they will be likely included in the squad. It's still a question whether they will start or not. but it's going to be very interesting. And how will Man United line up without Marcus Rashford? Will they start Mason Greenwood, the big talented youngster who has been scoring goals in the Premier League and in the Europa League here and there, and he has been getting some minutes. Fred and Matic, the defensive midfield partnership for Man United. I think those are not like very good like fast, agile players. So I think that if Liverpool play Henderson, Wijnaldum and Fabinho, that's probably our midfield. We can win that midfield better. And I think that, as I said, Man United's defense is pretty good, but it's not as good as it should be with the amount of money that they spent. Last season, of course, Liverpool had the same result, a draw away at Old Trafford, but we have beaten Manchester United at home 3-1. But there has been too many draws. In the last like 8 games, Liverpool have like 6 draws against Manchester United in the league. And Jamie Carragher actually said this about the Manchester United game. The real big games for Liverpool for me are obviously Manchester United and Everton. There's always that extra bit of fear going into those games about how you are going to feel afterwards if you lose. At this moment, the position that Liverpool are in compared to Manchester United, when I was a player, we were never in this position. And I don't mean position in the league, but actually Liverpool being a better side than Manchester United. We competed with them in one of games, but I don't think we were actually a better side than them at any one time I was a player. But in the last few years under Jurgen Klopp, it does feel like there's been a gulf in class between the two sides. The real top teams, and certainly Man City and Liverpool are, when they are on the front foot, they like to push high. They like to leave space in behind and are very brave in everything they do, both with and without the ball. At times this season, Liverpool have been actually caught out with a high line and the opposition have gone through on goal and probably haven't made as much as they should have from those situations. That's something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be looking at. Can they get in behind this Liverpool team? Liverpool will look to play high, squeeze the midfield and give United less space to play in midfield. So they will have to be really clever in centre midfield to get it to the front players. As I said after the Man City win, on their day, United's front three can be equally as devastating as Liverpool's. They have the quality, but obviously just lack the consistency. And that's where the Marcus Rashford injury is vital in my opinion, because he's probably Manchester United's best and most dangerous player. Marcus Rashford sits on 14 goals in the Premier League. He has more goals than Salah, Mane or Firmino. So if it's true that Marcus Rashford is missing this game, that's a huge blow for Man United and that's a big advantage for Liverpool, because Marcus Rashford is probably the player that can play the counter-attacking, devastating football the best at Manchester United. Of course, Martial is a really good player, but he's not as good as Marcus Rashford. So I think that that gives Liverpool an even bigger advantage. And hopefully we can stop Tania James and Martial on the counter-attack, because if we do, I think we will score at least 2 goals against Man United. The big question is, can we keep them out? And the first goal is always very important. If Man United score first, they can just sit back and soak up the pressure for almost the whole game. But if Liverpool score first, then Man United have to come out a bit, and that will leave a little bit more gaps, more space for Liverpool to run into. And when that happens, Liverpool are devastating. And I think that after the way Manchester City dropped points yesterday against Crystal Palace, scoring an own goal in the 90th minute, I'm still buzzing about that. That will give Liverpool an even bigger lift, an even bigger motivation, even bigger confidence in this game. So I expect Liverpool to play with a lot of confidence, with the swagger that Premier League champions-elect teams are playing with at home against our biggest rivals. This is a huge game, huge chance to probably seal the title race, because I think if Liverpool beat Manchester United, I just can't see any way Liverpool losing this title race, because we can still afford to lose 6 games and the games are getting less and less. Man City keep dropping points, and Liverpool keep increasing this lead. And Trent Alexander-Arnold recently said, title race is not over until it's mathematically done. So what Liverpool want to do is just keep increasing the gap, keep winning, keep making the gap bigger and bigger, and just win that first title in style. And that's what Liverpool will do, in my opinion. But let's hope that we can beat Manchester United first. And Carragher said this about Liverpool's captain Jordan Henderson. He has been vital. A lot of the time he has been questioned under Jurgen Klopp. Should he get a regular game? Should he be captain? But all of these top managers keep picking him out. I've worked with him, so I'm well aware of Jordan's qualities and what he's like around the dressing room. For a manager, having him around the dressing room is gold dust. With the example he sets every day. Liverpool have brought a lot of players under Jurgen Klopp in his position, and he still plays. That just says it all about him. Carragher said this about Klopp as well. He's a special manager at this moment. I think him and Pep Guardiola are out there as the best two top managers in world football, and they look like they are going to dominate English football for the foreseeable future. From a Liverpool point of view, it would be number 19 in the league titles with United on 20, but it's not just the league titles. There are European Cups you have to add in there when comparing Liverpool and Manchester United. So I think that Liverpool, if we win number 19, we will be definitely the biggest club, the most successful club in English football history. And I think the bragging rights is important for Liverpool fans especially, and I'm a Liverpool fan for like 20 years now, so it's really important for me. And I think that under Jurgen Klopp, in the next 4 years, we can win at least one more Premier League title, maybe two, and then we can not just draw level, but get ahead of Manchester United in terms of how many league titles Liverpool have won. So in terms of league titles, I want Liverpool to have the most titles in English football history as well. Liverpool can go from strength to strength, and hopefully we can have an era of dominance, winning the title every other season or once every 3 years, like Manchester City have done in the past 10 years. Having won 4 titles, like Chelsea have done previously. Also, they won like 4 titles in 10 or 12 years. So that's what I want for Liverpool to happen as well. And Jamie Carragher also previewed and predicted the Manchester United game and the result. And this is what he said: I am confident Liverpool will win the game. Mourinho, in his first couple of games at Anfield with United, made it really difficult for Liverpool. But in the last one, Liverpool really dominated and came out on top in Mourinho's final game at Man United. And I think Solskjaer is not quite as pragmatic as Mourinho, so I don't see it being a shutout kind of game. And I think the tactic for Man United will be very similar to what it was against Man City in December, playing deep, trying to hit on the counter-attack. They were absolutely devastating that day, and if they produce a similar sort of performance, Liverpool could have major problems. But there is a big gulf between the two clubs, and if Liverpool play anywhere near what they are capable of, they will come out on top. I'm confident of a Liverpool win. I think 3-1 Liverpool, and if that is the score, we've got the pundit camera on us in the commentary box, and hopefully we will see similar scenes to what we saw at Old Trafford when Adam Lallana got the equalizer. He's referring to the faces that Gary Neville made and Jamie Carragher made next to each other, which was hilarious. So that's my preview for the Liverpool-Manchester United game. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will be back after the game with a post-match analysis video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.